Well, as you can see, I'm fixing to cut up some more square tubing. This time it's 2" by 4", but I wanted to cut it at a 45-degree angle, and once again I ran out of travel for the clamp, and that is not quite 45 degrees. That's more like, I'd say, I'm just going to make a wild guesstimate and say that's more like 50 to 55 degrees. So I can't cut it the way I wanted to, but luckily I can trim it back to 45. But anyway, back, what I discovered is that even with this thing all the way back in its hole, that I couldn't drop the square tube down there in there at 45, so I twisted it till I could put this back in place. But then I discovered that the block didn't quite go all the way to the end where I could put the screw in, the bolt into it. So what I've done is I pulled it out, and looking at it, I discovered that it had one tapped hole, dead nuts in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tap another hole on the end. It is cast, so I had to squish it in place because of the extreme taper of the mold or the pattern, whatever. Anywho, so I'm gonna, took the drop light away and the light goes away. Anyway, I'm gonna drill it and then tap it and thread it back onto the hand wheel and see what I can do, and I'll show you that in a minute. Well, I guess I could have showed you that, but you gotta love drilling cast iron. It just makes that wonderful powder. Well, I've got it back together now, and it's nice and tight in there, and I can still trim off my 45, although I wish I could do it all in one shot, but it'd be that way sometimes. That's it. Well, as a follow-up note, that little square that was in my dad's toolbox, that's going to be just perfect for putting that jaw back in line. Let me roll the wheel a little bit. I can get it right up there next to it. You can see there, well, maybe you can't, but here, let's try some slightly different angle with the light. Maybe you can see I just knocked it into place, but it's not perfect aligned yet. There you go. Now you can see a gap. Alright, so let me set you down and knock it around a bit more. And pull that in close. It's a little bit too far. There we go. Alright, I like that. Roll it in one more time. Yeah. Alright. Log it down. I'm happy with it. Great little square. Thanks, Dad.